Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here again today. Your boy is back in the building, DOD. And today I reserved a special spot for you. Look at that 18 year looking all good. Yeah, I'm talking about you. But unfortunately, we already took care of you today. Today I'm going to you. You see it right here. The Glenallachie 18 year in the building. From the Valley of the Rocks. 18 year Billy Walker, Master Distiller that was with Glendronach right here. Now he's with you guys. So you see right there, Billy Walker, 46%. And then you take a look at this one right here. It's stable right here. There he is right there. Billy Walker right there. And actually, this one right here, you see him right there. This guy right here, he does a lot of, he's a great master distiller. So he left Glendronach, you see him right here, and now he's with you guys. So I'm going to try him out, and let's see if it's good, 18-year Glenallachie is in the building. Space size single malt, let's go. What's up? Your boy back at it again. Another hot review for you. Drams on deck. Today, people, today we got another hitter in the building. Today, we got a nice grown man, 18-year-old in the building. Got the Glenallachie, as I was. 18 year is in the building. This one right here is about at 46% alcohol. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And this is actually my first bottle of their distillery before. I've never had it before. And I had this bottle probably not that long. Got this in probably, 5 months ago, the Glenallachie. I'm going to splice that word up a little bit. I got this bottle about 5 months ago, and I was in Houston. So I got it from a local liquor store. It's called Specs. And so I was in there, and I was talking to one of the guys, and he, he's a spirit connoisseur. He's one of those people who actually collects and drinks spirits. I hate it when I go to certain liquor stores and you ask a salesperson, hey, tell me about this, tell me about that. And they say, oh, I don't drink wine, or I don't know. That's so annoying to me. I'm like, why are you helping situation? Your job, you should be able to try different things and at least help out the customer and tell them something. Anyway, he told me about this. He told me that Billy Walker, which is the former head master distiller at one of my favorite Scotch distilleries, which is the Glendronach. He moved from Glendronach and now he's with them. And he was raving about this distillery altogether, but in particular about the 18. So I think I paid about $1.75, $1.80, so around there for this one. I got it, like I said, at Spec. So this one right here, I've had some time to let it open up, got past the neck pour, and we're really gonna dive into it. I'm a huge fan of the Glendronach 18 year. I'll review that. It's also in my catalog. The Glendronach in general, I just love their spirits. But 18 years is a soft one for me. That's probably, I think that was the very first 18-year Scotch that I might have tried. It was either that one or the Glenlivet 18, one of those two. But anyway, I've always loved the 18 year. So his name actually is on here at the bottom. You really can't tell, some cursive, but it says Billy Walker. So pretty much, he's the head distiller. So a lot of times, it's almost, just imagine if you know the severity of that, meaning like, just imagine if you go to your favorite restaurant, right? And they make chicken wings or a pasta dish or whatever you like, and the head chef does it his particular way. Let's suppose the head chef leaves that restaurant and goes to another restaurant, in a different state, and another guy comes in, he tries that same recipe, but he does it his way. It's probably may not taste the same if he doesn't use the same ingredients, the same everything that he does. If he doesn't use the same recipe to the T, it may not taste the same. So that's the same way. Same way with fragrances, same way with spirits. So your favorite chef packed up and left. Is the product may drop off a bit. So, or it may improve depending upon where he's going next. So this one right here, the head chef came to a new spot, so we're gonna see how it stacks up. Now, just because he was at Glendronach, I'm not expecting this to taste exactly like the Glendronach 18 year. That's not my expectation, but I do expect it to be pretty good though. So from what I read about this, it's 18 years. It's aged in 3 different types of casks. It's Oloroso sherry, a little bit of PX sherry, which is Pedro Jimenez, and a little bit of ex-bourbon cask. So those are all very common contemporary cask when you're dealing with Scotch. Those are pretty all common. So those are the three casks. I'm unsure if as far as if they were aged like 8 year. I don't know the years in particular, how long. I don't know if they just took all the Scotch and aged it how many years in this cask or however, but I know that the 18 years total and those three different types of casks, the Glenallachie. So this one right here, we're gonna nose it, we're gonna taste it and score it as always. Take a look at this here. We got this little light, I'll say it's pretty close to medium amber color. Pretty medium amber color. I don't know if the light's picking up pretty good, but it's a medium amber color. And this one right here, I don't see too many legs dripping. Not very few. Maybe one or two. It's going real slow. Real slow. Let's see what this nose has to offer. You definitely pick up sherry, I tell you that shit. Ooh. Yeah. Has a nice pungent sherry mouthfeel to it. It smells almost like a cake and sherry all mixed together. It's very nice, to be honest with you. And I'm not a huge nose guy, but I will say this has a very nice wine influence to it. Sherry, cake, sugar, honey. It smells like a sherry bomb. That's what it smells like. I don't really pick up, other than the honey, I don't really pick up much of the bourbon influence on the nose per se. But definitely, you could definitely pick up sherry. But it's been aged in Oloroso and PX, so I would definitely suspect that it should be definitely a very nice mouthful of sherry. And as y'all know, I like my sherry drams. So smells nice and buttery on the nose. I really like it. But here's the box again. Glenallachie right there on the top. Talks about it. This one is non-chill filtered, natural color, 750 ml. So I have a couple people who rave about the 10-year. I've not had a 10-year yet. I've only had the 18. So they asked about my 18. I asked about their 10. So hopefully we'll both swap and we'll try them both. But anyway, without further ado, let's jump on the palate and let's see what we got, because that's what we came here to do. Cheers. First sip, still coating my palate, getting my taste buds is getting sensitized to the alcohol. But even with the first sip, you definitely get a huge punch of sherry, and I like that. I'm a sherry guy, so I definitely like the mouthfeel of the sherry. But let me take one more sip first before I really dive deep into these notes. That being said, second sip is down the hatch. Like it. A sherry, like a nice medium proof sherry bomb in a sense, meaning that it's not 46%, so it's not super high like 55 or something, and it's not low, it's like a 40%. So it's like a medium punch to it, and I like it. We definitely pick up sherry on the palate for sure. It says ex-bourbon, but I don't taste any bourbon on it whatsoever. I taste a nice, just a plentiful amount of sherry. You know what it reminds me of a little bit? Not to the T, but it reminds me of the Macallan, like the old Macallan 12. Now the Macallan 12 was, in my opinion, it has a very distinct taste to it, but the creaminess or like the mouthfeel of the old 12-year, I pick up a little bit in that, sense. So it also reminds me of, if you ever had the Abelauer Abunda, just imagine that, but a lower proof. That's kind of what I get with this. doesn't pack the punch as the Avalauer Abunda, but it definitely has some of the nuances, but just not the high proof in a sense. So, but nice, like very nice sherry feel, very sherry. So if you're in the sherry bombs, you know, you should definitely enjoy that. One more sip, then we're gonna score it. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. There's no complexity really to me on this one. It's pretty straightforward. It's a sherry guy. It's like a sherry bomb. Like I said, not a heavy sherry bomb, but I would say a medium heavy sherry bomb, medium proof. You know, flavors are sherry, a little bit more sherry. Like has like a little wine influence, and I mean just a little bit of hint of some cinnamon, a little vanilla. That's all I pick up: sherry, wine influence, cinnamon, vanilla. But cinnamon and vanilla is a little bit more light. They're in the background playing around the back. But the two that's in the front is the sherry. The sherry is just heavy in there. Pretty nice. It's not really much no burn to it. There is a little bit of heat to it, but not a I wouldn't say a bite. It has a dry finish though. So just so you know, has that medium dry finish. So it's not, you know, like a heavy mouth coating, oily, that kind of finish. Is more of like on a dry, you know, it's like a dry sherry spice still lingering. Cause I downed that last sip of almost about a minute ago. I just taste like the dry spice of the sherry on my tongue. So all in all, it's a good dram, man. The Glenallachie 18-year, it's in the building. Just like I said, you just imagine like the Avalauer with not as much punch. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm picking up. Now, how would I score this or rate this? 1 out of 10, 10 being the best for me. Drams on deck. Well, before I get to the score, let's just talk about value real quick. Like as I said before, I mean the prices may vary. I got it for, you know, I would say it's pretty close to retail to my knowledge. So I paid around, as again, I think it was like 170 something for this ballpark. Do I think it's worth it for 18-year? I enjoy this. Like I said, I think it's a sherry bomb, but no, I don't think it's worth it. Because to be honest with you, it's pretty much cost the same as the Glenallachie 18, and the Glenallachie 18 will wax the floor with this. Okay, this is nice. I enjoy it, but it doesn't have a chocolate feel or just the nuances of the 18-year. The 18-year is like a sherry chocolate bar. When I say 18-year, I'm referring to the Glenallachie 18-year. I'm not trying to compare, even though that's what I am doing. But so what we're talking about value. So the value for this 18-year, to me, it does not add up to a Macallan 18, nor does it add up to a Glenallachie 18. Though the Macallan 18 is definitely overpriced. Even though I love the Macallan 18, it's not worth it. It's just ridiculous now. It's well over $300. And if you're a Macallan fan like I am, it's just ridiculous. I don't buy the 18-year because I know it's overpriced. So I think the Glenallachie 18-year is moderately priced. Moderately. I can't even talk today for some reason. But anyway, this right here, the value is not adequate for what you get. I think you get a very good sherry dram, but like I said, there's no complexity to it. It has a dry finish, which is not necessarily my favorite, but I still like it though. It still lingers. It has a medium length to it, but it's pretty straightforward. It's just mostly sherry. You get a little small sprinkles of cinnamon, vanilla, stuff like that, but honestly, you're getting a 46% sherry. For me, since it's so complex, medium finish, it's pretty predictable. It's good but predictable. So because of that, just because you put 18 years, there's some 18 years you can get less than this. So in my opinion, it's not worth it. For that price point, I wouldn't buy it again. If this was priced around $100, which is extremely rare, but I'm only going off what I've compared it to. Compared to other 18 years, it just doesn't add up. Even not the newer one, but the old Glenallachie 18-year, which was 43%, I like more than this. And that wasn't as much sherry as this is. So it's good, don't get me wrong, but it's pretty straightforward. You're not going to be wowed by complexity with this. So the complexity is just pretty much sherry. That's it, mostly. So that's why I can't give it, now it's the score. For me, if I just just put the price aside and just judge it only on taste, I give it an 8 out of a 10 on taste. Like I said, nice sherry, but you have to like sherry. So if you're not a sherry person, I wouldn't suggest you get this, especially for the price point, because I just don't think that if sherry's not your jam or just not your big thing, then you're not going to be wowed by this because it's not complexly anything like that. So you're not probably going to be getting something that's in your wheelhouse, so to speak. I do like sherry, but I'll say my only knock against it is just the lack of complexity, the dry finish, and obviously the price point. Outside of that, I enjoy it, but it's still a good score. I gave it an 8, so that's still a good score. But would I think the value is equated? No, I don't think the value of it to me is substantial. Other than the 18-year, that's 18 years. I mean, that's the only thing I can say that justifies the price. But so no, I would not buy another bottle of this. This will be my one and only, especially at that price point. There's just other 18 years I can get that's better. That's in that price point, as I just named it. So no, I wouldn't buy another bottle. 8 out of a 10. It's a pretty good sherry dram, but I mean, it's barely 8 out of a 10. But now, when I factor in price and availability, it's not always available everywhere. Now, even though I got it in Texas, around here, you don't see it very often. So I would say availability does vary depending upon your area. And obviously, I just stated that it's overpriced. So I have to knock it down a full point to a 7 when I factor in taste, price, availability, value. It's 7 out of a 10. It's a good dram, but the problem is I ain't gonna say the problem, but I guess you'll say that the knock of it is very straightforward, very simplistic, overpriced in my opinion, and the variety and availability is kind of scarce in certain areas. Certain areas you can find on shelf all day, some places you won't find it at all. So that's why I said it just depends on where you're at. But all in all, when I factor in everything, a 7 out of a 10 for me, Drams on deck. So hopefully you got something out of that. So if you never had a Glenallachie 18, if you had other expressions from them, that may be different. I've never had any other product from them other than the 18. So if you had the Glenallachie 10-year or etc., then it may be totally different. But for the 18-year, it's a good dram, pretty straightforward sherry, no kind of crazy complexity going on, just sherry, vanilla, cinnamon, like a medium dry finish. And to me, it's not worth the price point. There's other things I can get that's better. Like I said, the Aberlour is better than this. The Glenlivet 18 is better than this. Macallan 18 is better than this, even though I wouldn't buy the Macallan 18 either. And the Glenallachie 18 is not even close. So that's just my opinion. So good dram, but it's not worth the price point. Hopefully you got some out of this. If you're thinking about getting this, if maybe my flavor profile is right up your alley, you might want to get it. And maybe you may say, nah, I think I'll pass. Either one, form your own opinion. No matter what I say, form your own opinion. Hope you got something positive out of this. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Likes and subscribers are free, y'all. Trying to share knowledge and love. I give y'all knowledge, y'all give it back to me. Circulate like a damn Sunday paper, man. That's what we're here for. All of us who enjoy this hobby we have of tasting and trading and these whiskey spirits it's definitely a fun thing to do. So hopefully, like I said, we all shared that experience. So also check my description box. I have a link for my Instagram page. I have bottles in there that I have reviewed, some I have not reviewed. So if you have time, check that out. I also have a couple reviews in there as well. And also I have a Cash App Patreon. So if you choose to support and donate, you can do so if you choose to. But your viewership and your time and your comments is good enough just for me, that in itself. Also, check out my boy, Dark Spirits. He's another whiskey reviewer on YouTube. So if you check him out, he definitely has a lot of hot reviews, hot takes. Check him out as well, showing the love and everything, man. So check him out. Also, I would like to be going to some whiskey tours pretty soon. Well, when I say pretty soon, next year. So I wouldn't say that soon. But and if I do, I will be vlogging and taking y'all with me if I do that. So keep you posted on that. But until then, man, stay safe. I got more hot reviews coming for you. Stay tuned. Drams on deck. Yes, sir.